Hi, this is Dominic Keating. I played Lieutenant Malcolm Reed on Enterprise, as you probably know, and you are listening to the NX 7062 podcast. Enjoy.
Yes, this is the NX 7062 podcast on its regularly scheduled night. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Travis and Nancy. No, it's not wrong that your kids are watching Lego Star Wars. That's totally fine. We have love for Star Wars here too, so that's totally fine. Let's see. Robert, good evening, good evening, good evening. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So, yes, Robert is usually here early, so you just beat him to the chats. Robert, did you hear my news? Wait. Mark, okay. So, you're on YouTube. I just checked the link I sent you, Mark, and it worked. So, hello, Becky. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No, we're not. We shouldn't be. Anyway, hold on a second, Nancy. Because I will restart this broadcast if I have to, but let's double check that. Let's see. Because now I can get to my YouTube channel really easily. All right, let's see. And yep, I am live on YouTube on the proper channel. There I am. Okay. Yeah, no, I am on YouTube. It is on YouTube. I have a new channel though. I mean, the URL for my channel changed. And I think I shared that. So if you use the old link, yeah, if you use the old link, then maybe it doesn't work, but I posted the new link. Or you could just look up my channel. If you look up NX 7062 on YouTube, it's in the kind of the same place. But yeah, I got a new link for the channel, so that's probably what it is. Becky, tonight is potluck. So we're going to be talking about the Shuttlepod Show. We're going to be talking about Picard, and then we're going to be talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. And I am just waiting for my very special guests to figure out their tech issues. Hopefully he's using Nancy. I don't know what to tell you. That's the new YouTube link, and that is the YouTube where the show is. Because I was just there. So, I mean, if you guys want to hear me echoing in my own microphone, because my computer speakers are different. But yep. So the right channel has the right podcast on it. All right, so Mark is going to be joining me as soon, and he said I was only got to vamp for 5 minutes. I think we're going on, yep, we're going on 5 minutes. So Mark, the link works. I don't know what happened. Go check the one I emailed you, my dear, and hurry up. But I mean, I could talk about Picard season 3 or season 3, episode 3. It's the one he hasn't seen yet.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, 3 minutes. All right, Erica just texted 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So now I get to vamp for 3 minutes. So who was able to join me yesterday? We had an hour and a half impromptu chat yesterday over mimosas because the Shuttlepod Show took their very much needed break. Okay, Erica can hear me because she's texting me. So it's trying to get comfortable here. I kind of changed the monitor People were saying I was fading into the background. Now I just have a green aura around me. Oh yeah, I do have Majel Barrett on my phone, and but there we go. It was supposed to be muted, but yes, I do. My phone. You want to talk about my phone? My phone has like this triple personality because it's got Star Wars, Star Trek, and Doctor Who. And I like doing that because it's just a matter of when I hear certain notifications, then I know exactly who's talking to me or whether I should ignore it or whether I should jump right in. So, all right. So really quick, before Mark and Erica get here, we need to talk about Picard episode 3. It's the only one he hasn't seen yet, which was 17 seconds, which, spoiler alert. But for anybody that saw this last episode of Picard that was on Thursday, there were two things. One, it was so Star Trek 2. The conversation that Beverly had with Jean-Luc about Jake was just so reminiscent of Star Trek 2, and it fit. Hey, Jean! And it fit so perfectly into the life of a Starfleet captain. Like, it's not just James Kirk related. This love of, hey, Dave, how are you? This love of, yeah, it's longer than 17 seconds. This love, this putting Starfleet and space exploration and your life there above anything else, and making your partners think that there's no way that you would be able to settle down and do the family thing. That isn't just indicative to James T. And I thought that was really well done. And something that Riker, or something that Jonathan Frakes said on The View. The View, my mom watches The View. She tapes it all the time. And I knew that there was this big reunion and that Whoopi Goldberg was going to dress as Guinan and they were going to do this 10 Forward thing, and they probably had to pay Paramount a ton of money to do it. So she had taped it for me. So when I came back from LA, I had a chance to finally sit down and watch it. And I'm glad I watched it before I watched the third episode, because something that Jonathan Frakes had said about Gene Roddenberry liked everything when it was conflict free. You know, he wanted the future to go smoothly, and he wanted everything to be conflict free. And then you see Riker and Picard butting heads over command of the Titan. And the fact, kind of the student has become the master, but oh, wait, I just heard a blip. Oh, let's see if this is actually working. I see something. So do not fall. Green screen, please. Had a bad enough day as it is. Don't fall. I just thought that was really, that conflict was really interesting. We were so close. So close, they were here and then they're gone. Remember Chrome, guys. You got to use Chrome. Well, I mean, see, I like the cliffhangers. I like, you have to realize the way Picard goes, it's a story arc. It's serialized. It's not episodic. It's a story arc. So we're going to get cliffhangers every episode. I really think that ship is Romulan. I mean, I don't know. Did they say whether or not the ship is Hey! I think we might actually have something. Hold on, guys. That's funny. Chrome is all right. So let's give this a shot. Let's see. We got to hush about episode 3 now. No spoilers for Mark.
Oh my goodness.
What is happening?
Hi. What? What?
Oh, we just look terrible.
The lighting's really bad.
Oh, director,
I'm
light
not
yourself.
satisfied with the setup.
Yeah, this is not.
I forgot, Stephanie, that there's an issue with this. There you go. Thank you. Safari. We have to do it on Chrome.
Yep. That's okay. You're here. I vamped. We talked about episode 3. I got everything out that I wanted to say about episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want you to know, thanks to War Dog, I have a new green screen.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so there's no dipping now. It doesn't dip.
Oh, I remember the dipping. That looks great.
Yeah, doesn't that look great?
Yeah, and I love this ship. We have that's the Mirror Darkly Enterprise, and we have a little model of that on our set.
Yeah, we do.
Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, I know you do. It's this one.
No, you have it.
Oh, I have it. I have it. The minute I saw it on your set, I went, wait a minute, I have that too. Yeah, I have it. It's hard to see. It's blending into the background, but I have the exact same model. I also have the, wait, I got it working. I have the,
That's
the string ornament. I have the hallmark ornament. Wait, I got it working. But, yeah, I have the hallmark. The only thing, yeah, I don't have a Porthos. That's the only thing that you guys have that I don't.
No Porthos.
No
We're about
Porthos.
to have a talking Porthos. Well, we have a talking Porthos.
You have a talking Porthos? Oh, that's awesome.
I mean,
I like
talking Porthos.
Oh, that's true. I like the racing stripes on the ISS Enterprise, and the Terran symbol. So, oh, Dave is so happy to look. Yay, Erica.
Oh, hi.
That's Dave Gregory.
Screen's up right now, so I'm seeing like what has happened and what's happening, and it's kind of making me go crazy.
Same.
Oh
no, we're not.
Because the interface that you've got us on, Stephanie, is it doesn't show the chat stuff, so we have to have another window open.
Wait, I thought it did.
Wait,
can you see? Wait, okay. Somebody type something because it might be. Maybe it'll work now. Can you see the chat over? Oh, see, I can't decide if I want to keep Restream or if I want to go back to StreamYard.
Hi Dave, hi Travis, hi Robert, hi Alan.
Alan's here.
Hi.
Oh, hey Alan.
Hi,
Hey,
Jean.
I forgot to Alan, go tell the Wash Gang. I completely forgot. It's been a day. I've had a really bad day. My day was going great until about 5 o'clock this afternoon when my boss called and fired me. I kid you not. This is why I've got this is
everyone.
Yeah, what the hell? So like I no longer have a day job, which is just gonna free me up to do so much more stuff and bother Mark more. That's my goal, is to bother Mark more than
that you're not that you don't care about telling everyone. That's fun.
Yeah, what the hell?
I like that I get to be the recipient of your free time now.
Yes. Yes,
you're gonna
me. And Erica. I already told Erica knows. I already told Erica.
Beneficiary is what I meant to say.
Yes, beneficiary. There you go. There you go. Well, that just means, Mark, that you get to call me whenever, and I won't tell you that I'm in a meeting.
That's true. The last 2 times I've called you, you said that you were in a meeting, and then I was like, "But you're not getting off the phone."
but you're still here. Yeah. Like, well, you know, priorities.
Why did you get fired?
Because they ran out of money. That's exactly what I was told. Yeah, it had nothing to do with talking on the phone during meetings, because they ran out of money to pay people.
Who's all here? Dave, Travis, Nancy, Alan.
Oh, hi, Nancy.
Jean, Robert.
Yeah. We've got Becky, Travis, Mark. Look, Mark Cartier is here. I'm so excited. He never comes.
I know that guy. He's a dick.
Well, yeah. And he always wears these he needs to get better collegiate hats.
I'm just joking. I lost my job. I'm a dick.
We're just having fun. This is a family. This is family, right? We established this yesterday. This is our tribe, so we can say anything when we're here.
I think this is from Dave.
Is that from Dave?
That's a nice color on you.
That is a nice color.
Michigan. Don't tell me it's a nice color on me.
Oh, sorry.
That's Tom Brady's alma mater.
There, you wear it.
It's Tom Brady's alma mater. So that's a good thing.
Nancy, you also sent a Michigan hat, but it's my brand, so it fits my head better.
Okay. Hi, look, Margit's here. Hi, Margit.
Oh, hi, Margit.
Oh, hi,
Sleepless in Germany.
Deutschland.
Deutschland. I was born in Deutschland. I think most people know that by now.
Ich hab's no sleep in Deutschland, ja.
So, all right. So let's talk about Shuttlepod Show Live. You guys took a break yesterday. You know, I thought you should have taken
hard to do, by the way.
Taking a break?
Yeah, it was very, very, very difficult decision to make because I feel like the show's getting momentum now, and I feel like, you know, we have this incredible fan base that's showing up on Sundays, and I feel like a responsibility to be there, and that was hard to just take a break, but
you
maybe
needed it.
Necessary, yeah.
Well, I know Connor just got back from the cruise, right?
Yeah. And we have lots of really big announcements about guests coming up. It's as we lock down the dates, we'll start making those announcements. But you guys can count on really, really fun, awesome guests. Yeah.
War Dog's here. Fun, awesome guests. Are they guests that people have been clamoring for, or are they people that we are going to be surprised that you guys got?
All of the above.
Yay!
Next Wednesday, we just reconfirmed today, and we're getting ready for it. Gates McFadden will be here next Wednesday.
Yay, Gates! We love Gates.
Yeah. So if you have questions for Gates, we'll put up something on our Patreon, and we'll post things on our socials. If you have questions, start sending them to us.
Yay! Yeah, and Jeannie's right. You're going to be rested for next week because you took the time off.
We thought Janine, is that Janine Lewis?
Yep.
First off, is it Janine or Giannine?
Well, I think it's Jeannie or Janine. I don't know. Spell it phonetically in the chats so we don't, because I hate mispronouncing people's names.
I believe she sent us Wash's uniform.
Oh, we love
his. Yeah. And I don't know if anyone noticed, but our most recent episode, Wash was not wearing his uniform.
I asked where it was.
Yeah. We thought we lost it during the live event.
I felt bad for Wash being naked.
Yeah. But we found it again. It's in the living room right now. So
yay, that's good. Yeah, I noticed Wash was looking a little naked.
So it's Janine, right, Janine?
Wait, did we miss that? Let's see.
I mean, she can send us a voice, send us a video. Send me a video.
Yeah, then Erica. Well, but then we'd have to. I was gonna say, but then we'd have to believe you when you tell us how she pronounces it. We'd have to trust you, Erica.
Dominic and I almost got into a yelling match on set about it. I was like, I think it's Giannine. And he's like, trust me, it's Janine.
You know how many times everyone's been like, no, Erica, it's this. And everyone's told me a different way of saying it.
But she's always right.
And I'm not always right. Sometimes I'm just like, wow, I love how 100% secure everyone feels with their answer. And no one's right.
Yeah, that is funny. Oh, Jean, congratulations on your new logo. Oh my God.
I actually think I may like the way this brand fits on me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what brand this is, but it fits my head.
Well, try that. You know what? That depends. I mean, yes, they do sign NDAs, but if by next Wednesday, you know, it's been answered, whatever episode comes up, your question's in it. I mean, you can always ask it and leave it up to Gates to decide whether or not. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with this. Always trust Dominic.
Yeah.
So I guess Dominic was right. So sorry, Mark.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Oh, Space Ghost. I met the guy that did the voice of Space Ghost. He's awesome. I met him at Rhode Island Comic-Con. He was I haven't looked at your profile pic. Everything's teeny tiny, Robert. I can't really really see. Robert, did you know that JG and I are going to be at Long Island Trek? Because we are at the end of May. It's May 20th and 21st.
That sounds fun.
It should be Mark. I sent you her email, by the way.
I love Long Island.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to hook you guys up too, because we'd love to see the
You
Shuttlepod
should
Show.
call me about it then, because I'll just read a number to you real quick. I have 15,715 unread emails right now.
All right. Okay, then I will book it.
Beyond.
So I can call you so you can just ask me. You can be like, "What do you want?" I'll be like, but yeah, we're gonna try and get you guys out there too. I don't know if it'll happen, but that would be cool. Because I think Janine wanted you guys to come out to where she is.
What?
Janine.
Oh, Janine, you're in Pennsylvania, if I remember correctly, right?
I don't think. I thought I saw Kansas
She is.
City, but I could be wrong.
I think she's in Pennsylvania.
Somebody just said something how they can't go on the cruise, but the shuttle. Oh, it was Becky. I'm sorry. That's why. All right. Stuff goes by so fast. It was Becky.
Yeah, the Gates McFadden ghost sex meme is hilarious.
Oh, any ghost.
There's an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation that Gates directed, I believe, where she goes back to her mother or her grandmother's homestead.
Oh my God, you're insulting everybody that I'm friends with at Lambda Quadrant. She goes back to her grandmother.
It's her grandmother?
It's her grandmother. Her grandmother's died.
And her grandmother, her grandmother's ghost lover, she falls in love with her grandmother's ghost lover. And I have a horrible suspicion that Gates, Dr. Crusher's son, as introduced in episode 1 or 2 of season 3 of Picard, which I just saw, is going to turn out to be either the ghost baby or Picard's baby, neither of which will make me happy.
Yeah, exactly. With Sub Rosa.
I want to know.
All right, everybody in Lambda Quadrant loves Sub Rosa. They did so much Sub Rosa cosplay and stuff on the cruise. Randy makes ghost candles. He 3D prints
that's
ghost
fun.
candles. He made, for STLV, he made little ghost candle action figures. It was amazing. I'll have to send you pictures. It was so much fun.
Curly hair, and she's wearing like these Victorian dresses. It's a very strange episode.
It is a very strange episode. I'm not sure Gates directed it, but it is a very strange episode. And Gates leans in really hard to the whole ghost sex thing. She has a great sense of humor about it. She leans into it. It's amazing. In fact, Randy made her a full-size ghost candle, and for her panel, she took it on the stage with her. So,
War Dogheim, I know the answer. What's the answer to what? What's the question?
What was the question? We missed the question. So how was Shuttlepod Show live for you guys now that it's all done and you can kind of look back on it?
It was really fun. I mean,
Erica had some amazing wardrobe. I have to say, your wardrobe game was spot on.
Thank you. Thank you. I got a lot of compliments. It was the most I've ever had, actually. For being honest today.
That you're your most costume changes?
No, just like no one's ever complimented me that much in one day or 2 days.
Oh, okay.
What was the answer?
No, it was awesome. Oh, who's Jack's daddy? Yeah, you're gonna find out who Jack's daddy is. Okay.
Jack Jr.'s daddy is not Jack.
It's definitely not Jack. Okay, Josh is here. And Mark, I told you about Josh the other day on the phone.
Hi, Josh.
Yeah, hold on. I just want to make sure I got the right person before, because you know what? I have been. Yep. All right. So I was in my favorite supermarket the other day, and I was having a bad hair day, and I didn't want to put any makeup on, so I put on my NX01 hat, and I'm checking out, and I'm walking past one of the employees, and he says, "I like your hat," and I went. I'm like, what hat am I wearing? Because I have so many. And I'm like, I was one of my NX01 hats. I said, you know what this is? And he said, oh, yeah, Enterprise. I love Enterprise. I'm like, oh, that's so great. And then he's telling me that his go-to was DS9, but he loves Enterprise. And then he goes, have you heard of something called the Shuttlepod Show? I went, I think I might have just heard of the Shuttlepod Show. Yes. I was like, yeah, I think so. I think I'm kind of friends with Mark and Erica. What about the Shuttlepod Show?
Stephanie's like, well, basically, it's my show. I came up with it.
But you know what? He hadn't heard of this show, and I'm like, how do you not know about the after party? That was my problem. How do you not know about the after party?
Ooh.
Almost ended the conversation.
Gosh, you got sucked in. You got snared into her web.
Oh wait, is this story about Josh?
Yeah.
Josh Dorito was the guy she met at the supermarket.
Yeah, I met him at the supermarket. He works at my favorite supermarket. And he knows you guys because he was like, have you heard about the Shuttlepod Show? And I'm like, yeah, the Mark and Erica, whatever. Oh, yeah, and those two other guys. Whatever.
Boring, they're boring.
They're boring.
Well, Mark's boring.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, this is the second. You know what's so funny is, and I told Josh this, he's the only out in the wild. I mean, obviously there's certain places you walk where people are going to know an NX01 hat. He is the second person out in the wild to recognize that hat, and the other guy also works at that same supermarket and recognized the hat.
I see those hats all over the place nowadays. It's very strange.
Oh, he loved the Westmore interview.
Oh yeah,
that was that show. I swear to God, guys, that was amazing. How much feedback you're getting? I guess Michael doesn't do a lot of stuff.
No,
like that kind of in-depth interview. I think a lot of people learned a lot about him.
He called me back literally the other day, and he said that he had so much fun that he really didn't get a chance to talk about Enterprise, and asked if we would be interested in just doing an Enterprise specific special. And I was like, yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh wow!
So we may be working that out because he's awesome.
Yeah, that was.
I could have listened to him all day long. I mean, the episode would have been 6 hours long if not for the fact that everyone else had a schedule.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing. And like I said, he was a get. And it's amazing to hear the stories of how you guys get some of your guests. You know.
Is it?
She knows how it happens. It's like, I'm like, hi, you want to come and be on our show?
Yeah.
Yeah, or somebody makes a call, or somebody, or you guys, or like Gates, you guys went out on Twitter. I mean, I know somebody that knows Gates, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll see if Gates, but by the time I said, you know, Shuttlepod Show's interested in Gates, the response from my friend was, she's already tweeted back to them. So you guys were already like in without any of that, which is amazing. Slack Twaddle! How are you? Yay!
Hey!
Welcome! Oh, where'd she go? There she is. Yay!
What is
Canada has been heard from. I am once again international. We've got Germany. We've got Canada. Oh, hey, Anika! Welcome.
Hi, Anika.
So glad to see you here. See, you guys always bring me viewers. That's why I keep asking you back. Because when you're here, I can usually drag in some viewers.
We're just meat for the barbecue for you.
You are. Aw, love from New York.
Oh.
We love New York. Speaking of the East Coast.
Where? Okay.
On April 29th, which is the end of next month, it's the last Saturday of the month, I am going to be doing... It's such a cute little show. I was supposed to do it last year, and I just wasn't able to make it. But it's called Quiet Corner Sci-Fi and Comic-Con Experience, and it's a one-day event, and it's in Pomfret, Connecticut, which is right off of 395, which means I could probably stop at Mohegan Sun on the way up, because Mohegan Sun, yes, Connecticut.
I worked at Mohegan Sun.
Did you? I love Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
They have
a runway show for some clothing line.
Oh, that's awesome. They have
the model.
They have a convention there every year called Terrificon. You guys should try and get in Terrificon. It's over the summer. It's a 3-day event.
Oh, we're gonna try it this summer.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I went up. My Land of the Lost crew was there a couple years ago. So I went up a couple years ago to go visit with the Land of the Lost, and
Mohegan Sun is
yeah, we should go.
It's great. It's so much better than Foxwoods because it's like, yeah. It's gotten big. I don't know when the last time you were there, but it's gotten bigger than when I used to go when I lived in Massachusetts.
Yes.
But so I went and I ended up bumping into these Trek guys, and they run this little convention. So they invited the podcast to go last year, and I couldn't make it. So I went this year. They invited me back this year. Well, it's
Yay.
See, the Vulcan mind meld. Somehow it got in there, Tiffany, and here you are. Hi.
You know, you had a question, Stephanie, about the live show.
Yeah.
It was, I just wanted to say something because I see the names in your chat room here.
Right.
It was incredibly, incredibly hard. I'm really glad that we did it because we had to figure out how to do it. We'd never done anything like that before. The thing that I didn't expect was that I would miss all of the people. So many of the people who were there became so immediately felt like family so immediately, and were there to help and be helpful and cared about what we were doing, and were trying to think of ways to help without us asking for specific help. And that was so completely unexpected that at the time I didn't really have the words for it, and I kind of still don't. I really miss everyone who came to help and to have fun. Like Slack Twaddle's in here, Alan is in here,
Tiffany.
Tiffany's in here. Tiffany, in case any of you
missed it.
Yeah. Tiffany came from behind to kick my ass in our Star Trek trivia competition, so she's currently the
reigning queen.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Travis has a question. I wonder who else was hiding backstage. I know somebody was back there. Show was pretty cool, to be honest. Which Travis, during the live event or that taped one where Matt came out from behind the curtain? Oh, Alan. It was pretty awesome.
Well, we're gonna have to have a some kind of a reunion.
Can we make it on the East Coast? Because now I can't fly out to LA.
That's funny. Now that you're jobless. Oh.
Now that I'm jobless, you guys all have to come to me now. That's what I've decided. Robert, that is so sweet. When is Rhode Island Comic-Con this year? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I will tell you that I do know that Rhode Island Comic-Con's a half an hour away from a really good dispensary in Fall River, Mass. But
I thought we were talking about Star Trek, not your dispensary habit.
Well, you know, they can go hand in hand. I actually have watched episodes of Enterprise high. Do not. This is a PSA. Do not watch Minefield when you're high. Because watching Reed in the blue the blue light when he's talking and it's just his helmeted head and that blue light and his face is all just no. Don't watch Minefield high. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't know you were a dispensary chick.
I am a dispensary chick. Oh my God. Yes.
Many are.
No, yeah. It's so funny because now that it's legal here in Jersey, but I still have stuff from Vegas and LA. Like I have yet to buy anything in New Jersey. I just imported it all from Vegas and LA. It's really good to help you sleep. I like the Sleepy Buy stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, people need it sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm out of work now. What else am I going to do, right?
I have never watched Minefield not high. That's really funny.
Who said? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's a really good episode. The whole thing about don't let chef serve my leg for dinner. I mean, come on, it's a good.
I've never watched in clothes. I think.
What?
I don't watch Star Trek in clothes.
Oh, you're always in pajamas. Now I want to watch Minefield. All right, you had my PSA. It's just when they do the close-ups of Reed in the helmet, it was very freaky to me. So I'm just, you know, what's really good to watch high though. What's really funny to watch high is Hollywood Kills is funny when you watch it high, because I've watched it so many times. because I watch it on Hollywood Kills. It's that really bad horror movie Dominic did. He was really good, but the movie was bad. They blew their budget on Dominic Keating and Zach Ward, and then everybody else was just some no-name horrible actor. And Dominic said, he's told me a couple times the first AD was terrible. Dominic was doing sets. He was like giving set direction because the first AD was terrible. But it was really good. He was really good. And if you watch it high, it's even funnier. All right. So Alan thinks that you watch Star Trek with a glass of wine and a scented candle.
Yeah. We use Iowa pine candles currently.
They're really nice, actually.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and pie.
Really, Iowa?
Iowa pine. It's called Iowa pine. It's from Myers.
That's a candle scent?
Myers is a company that makes like dish soap and hand soap.
Cleaning products.
Supposedly good for the environment cleaning products. And I really like them. Hi, Linda. How are you?
Hi, Linda.
Hey, Linda. Good to see you.
You say it, Anika?
JR, so JR watched Hollywood Kills based on my recommendation, which was exactly honest. Watch it for Dominic's performance and nothing else.
Dr. Pepper.
Nice. Oh, I love Dr. Pepper.
War Dog Himes go to cigars and Dr. Pepper.
Anika, there is a lot of pie in bed. Not recently, but there's been many.
Yeah, now that the live show is behind you, are you going to go back to making pie?
We were talking about making a pie yesterday.
Yeah, you were talking about it.
Yeah, they've got cherries again at Trader Joe's. So.
Oh, I want rhubarb. You have to make me a rhubarb pie. Cherries are good though. You use fresh cherries? That's amazing. You don't use like the canned stuff.
We haven't yet.
I've used a lot of frozen fruit.
Cherries specifically. We didn't find any for a while.
But you don't do like the canned pie filling stuff. You use like
no.
You use the actual fruit.
Yeah.
I'm liking Janine more and more. Look at this. I'm liking you more and more, Janine. We've talked about a pie episode, haven't we, for the Shuttlepod Show?
Well, I mean, we talked about pie it could be a whole clip in the Nana Visitor episode. We talked about pies for a hot minute.
Oh, here we
I'm happy to make a video about making pie, and then
you should. I'm putting it out, and just put it on the Shuttlepod Show's channel because we don't watch it. I did
talk to Connor. I really want to shoot him doing Tripp's blackened catfish recipe.
That would be awesome. The one that would be so. And Silent Enemy was just on, the one about the whole my mother wouldn't let you off the phone until you promised not to screw it up. That's when you find out his favorite food's catfish.
You might be starting a special watch party, Stephanie. Sensory and Star Trek.
Oh God, we were here when it all began.
Did you try some
flavored potato chips? Yes, we did.
Those were so good.
Potato chips, they were amazing.
The ketchup.
They were very good.
Everything that anyone brought to the event,
everything was great.
Great.
Yeah, everything.
We have Melissa's rocks in our kitchen and living room.
Oh, yep. I brought mine home. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet.
I have mine right here in my desk.
Yeah, hers is on her desk. It's right here. Mine is on the kitchen. There's a standing counter in the kitchen where I do work in the morning while making coffee and doing dishes and stuff. The chocolates,
Dave's
from Joliet, Illinois, from Catherine. Catherine brought the chocolates. Oh my god!
They're so.
Those I didn't get.
Melissa's lots of chocolates in bed in one sitting.
The peanut brittle was amazing. Melissa's peanut brittle
was amazing. Yeah, Yeah, the thing about the live event that I got the most was all of the awesome people that we got to meet, and we so can't wait to do it again.
Yay!
We're gonna start trying to pull together more table reads. Also, I know that we've said it on Discord, but anyone who volunteered for the live event, you have an open invite to come and sit in on any of our shooting anytime you're in LA when we shoot an episode on Wednesdays.
Yay. I stand corrected. It was Catherine with the peanut brittle. Thanks, Slack Twaddle. You're right. It's Catherine set.
Yeah, this is from Catherine as well.
This is Dan's homemade candies.
Yeah.
Joliet, Illinois. These are insanely delicious.
Pear chocolate cake. I don't know what that is, Linda.
Rhubarb pie. Yeah, see, rhubarb pie. I love rhubarb. Roadside stand. There you go.
Cherry burgers?
Oh my God.
They make cherry burgers? What is that, JR? Saw an episode of something food related. That's cherries mixed into the meat.
What's up, nerd? Signature King nerd?
Hello, Signature King. Welcome, welcome.
All the nerds are here.
All the nerds are here because the nerds know where the after party's at. And it's right here. Just hanging out, talking about
Oh my God.
whatever. I said this was potluck. So, I mean, it makes sense that we're talking about pie.
What,
You're so good.
So now you're just going to sit there and eat chocolates
I
in
was
front
so
of us.
So good. I wish I could give you one.
I was so happy with, speaking of Picard, the end of season 2. Okay, so here's what I liked about season 2. Are anyone interested in talking about this?
Go. Yes, we might as well bring this back around. You're trying to bring this whole thing back around to Star Trek, so I'm going to let you.
We can talk about pie all night. I'll make pies everywhere.
That's it.
Huckleberry
Next time you guys come on the show, you're going to move the computer into the kitchen and you're going to do the show while you're making a pie.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
Picard season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was very, very pleased with the Guinan backstory backfill, and I was really, really satisfied with the Q Picard relationship tie-up. I was not happy with the narrative of season 2. I thought it was a little thin and forced. But when it came to the point between Q and Picard, that was really touching. That's some of the most touching Star Trek I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
I really loved it.
What did you think of the whole Borg? I liked the Borg Queen.
I thought what was going to happen was Q was going to reveal that he is like that the Q are descendants of humans in a million years or something, and that like Picard is literally Q's great grandfather or something like that. I thought that's where it was going to go because that seemed like the easy way, but just the fact that he's this god guy thing that is supposed to live forever, but that he was dying and they chose not to explain it was somehow okay because it was Q, and he's and that he didn't die alone and that he chose Picard for whatever reason because humanity is inspiring because we're always trying to improve ourselves.
Right.
It was all really, really, really fucking touching. And one of my favorite episodes of The Next Generation anyway is Family, when he comes out from the Best of Both Worlds 1 and 2 when he's no longer when he's been turned, they took the Borg stuff out of him.
Right.
Human again, he takes a shore leave at home and he fights with his brother and all that on the vineyard and all that blah 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 blah. So to fill in the rest of his family, and so shocked by the way, Battlestar Galactica, which I worked on, Picard's father be Gaius Baltazar. Oh my God! I was like, wow! I had so much fun. I didn't have a lot of fun with 2024 Los Angeles, but I had so much fun with the backstory stuff that tied together all these years worth of storytelling. That made me happy.
Well, I think this is pretty high praise from War Dog. Picard is like a fine bottle of Imperial cane sugar Dr. Pepper consumed with a fine Nicaraguan cigar.
Boom.
Boom. That just.
And how great is Rios, by the way? I forget the actor's name, but the guy who plays Rios. Oh, so good.
Yeah. I Reyes, I kind of saw that whole thing coming where he's like, yeah, I'm just going to stick around. I loved Alice. Was it Alice? I always get that character's name wrong. Dr. Girardi and the Borg Queen. I liked that. I liked that part.
What is her name? Yeah, Alison Pill. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah, she was great.
You know,
it was nice to see. Yeah, I don't know.
But the question is are they going to bring them back in this season?
I was a little confused. Like, okay, so turns out at the end of the season that it's the Alison Pill Borg Queen hybrid who are suddenly like magically nice Borg because Alison Pill is so nice. They've come back to protect the quadrant, the sector,
right?
Humanity, whatever it is, and there's this hole in the universe where like universe laser comes out, and I was in Vancouver, yes, Tiffany, for that and for the Fog, and for something else.
Wait, you worked on the Fog?
I worked on the Fog, the remake of the Fog, yeah.
With Tom Welling.
Yeah. And that's the best. I've got a great story about that. Any of you want to have a beer sometime? I'll tell you the story about the fastest pitch in Hollywood. The fastest. It was a 1-sentence pitch, and the movie got greenlit right there. It was like
seriously?
Yeah. Oh fuck! What were we talking about?
Borg Queen, hole in space.
Oh yeah. So like there's a hole in space that's like a laser and it's shooting at us or something, and they need to make a whole season-long rigmarole to collect 20 ships to put up some shield barrier to stop the space laser, and then they're gonna hang out and watch the space laser hole. That seemed like it was sort of just.
Okay, I gotta bring you back. What did you do on the Fog?
I was a producer. I developed the Fog with Shane Riches and David Foster.
One of my friends was in it.
And so my mentor was David Foster when I first started in the business. My first job was for Kerry McCluggage, who ran Paramount Television, who started UPN, who was Enterprise's boss at the time. And then I did a movie for him that got turned into a pilot of a TV show called Homeland Security. And then I moved to David Foster's office and I started doing development. I worked as a producer on The Core, and then I did The Fog a couple of years later after that.
One of my actor friends was one of the ghosts on the ship.
Oh, yeah? One of the green ghosts walking through the fog on the wooden ship?
Stefan Arngrim. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, no, Stefan was on that. He was the kid in Land of the Giants. I don't know if you ever watched Land of the Giants. Ever heard of Land of the Giants?
Yeah, well, I do. You know that I do.
Yeah, well, he was the kid. He was Barry in Land of the Giants.
Land of the Giants, dude's wine and his Miss America wine or whatever.
Yes, in fact, Stefan was supposed to be at the Hollywood show. But
yes, I did. I did work on The Core. Yes, with Hilary Swank and Stanley Tucci and.
Somebody knows your CV. Yeah, Stefan. That's so funny. No, because Stefan was supposed to be. We're actually talking about going back to the Hollywood show in June. We'll see what happens. So I might be back. Yeah, for the June 30th, July 1st one. That's right. I forgot. That's where we met when you came out to meet my Land of the Giants.
Yeah, we also did a comic book. We developed and wrote and produced a comic book that released side by side with The Fog. Fog was the number one movie in America the weekend it was released. It made $34 million its opening weekend.
Wow. Yeah, I watched it only because he was in it. I'm not sure I knew. I don't know if I would have known your name if I saw it come across the credits. Back
Me?
then. Yeah, you.
No, why would anyone know my name?
Well, no, because I don't remember when I watched it in relation to when the Shuttlepod Show started, because I didn't see it back in 2005. I just watched it recently.
The Fog? Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I streamed it recently.
I got stories about The Fog. Holy shit.
Oh, that's so funny. I love it when my worlds collide. That's so funny. Yeah, I try to get Stefan into horror conventions based on his work and things like The Fog. So
Rene Rios.
Rene Rios.
Yeah, did somebody say what his name was? The actor's name? Cristobal? No, that was his. Cristobal Rios was his name. I don't know. I lost track. I got excited about something.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I have. Thank you, War Dog. I have to monitor my own stuff, so. Okay. Yeah.
Star Trek. Star Trek.
All right, so we're gonna come out of The Fog and go back to Star Trek.
Oh,
What else do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about Trek related? This is open night. It's potluck. Whatever you guys want to bring with you.
Was anybody else happy with Q? That final?
No. I want Q to go on forever, but
wow,
that's
come
just
on.
me. I don't like to see my character. I don't like. He was my favorite character. That's why.
I liked it. There you go. Thank you, War Dog. Santiago Cabrera.
I suck at actors' names. Everybody knows that. I suck at actors' names. It's one of my big weaknesses.
I think casting was great, and I think I agree with Ellen. And I think that it not being alone was wonderful, and I think that his fascination with humanity and with Picard specifically was actually very subtle, and they managed to get it to a place where I was okay with it in that last sort of moment.
Seven has an interesting, the hand wavy so he died part. Yeah, that kind of seemed anticlimactic. He was Q and he's just like, yeah, bye, gonna go off and die now.
Yeah, but he wanted to die. There was a lot of that throughout The Next Generation, throughout Voyager, where he showed up a number of times. There was an amount of that, that sort of malaise that came with being a Q, like when time doesn't matter, and when there is no consequence. Like, and then they tried to reproduce. He offered to become a mere mortal, a human being, a number of times to spice up his own life.
Right.
He got punished by being turned into a human, and then got turned back into a Q when he proved that he could whatever.
Yep, the Corbin Burnson episode.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you had to go do something nice.
Yeah. Oh, close.
Yeah.
That was a great episode.
How do you do this thing with the thing and the humans? Slack brings up an interesting question. Was Q the only Q who died? I don't think it was the entire continuum.
We were dying in the Q Civil War during Voyager.
Oh, that Q committing suicide was actually a really good Voyager episode.
Oh, that's right. The guy who was stuck in the asteroid or something and then he wanted to die. That's right.
Yeah, that was a good episode. See, look, I'm actually wearing the one and only. This is for the Voyager documentary. I contributed, even though I don't like Voyager. Replicator Coffee Company was my perk for my Indiegogo contribution.
Oh, there you go.
To the Voyager doc. If they make an Enterprise one, I'll probably, donate a little more. I heard a rumor that there's going to be an Enterprise doc after they finish the Voyager one.
I've heard that rumor too. We have something fun in the works that I'm pretty excited to talk about once I've got all the T's crossed and the I's.
See, now if you had a glass of wine in front of you, we'd be getting that out of you now. But
is that?
But you saw yesterday. I was like 3 mimosas in when I did my show yesterday.
I was really proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. I usually if I'm moderating your chat, I keep it to 2.
I wonder why Q2 didn't save Icheb. Yeah, that was a pretty horrific death for Icheb.
Wait, MASH. There was MASH. Wait, Go episodes memorized just because, and MASH was an evening watch with my dad, and now. Oh, okay, I don't know that David's having his own conversation, but I saw MASH come up, and MASH. That's okay, Nancy. You can rewatch it on my YouTube channel.
In the last week, there was some big anniversary for the final episode of MASH.
Was there?
Yeah, I think it was like 50 years or 400 years.
Oh yeah, something like yeah, that's possible, Severin. I was wondering about that too. The original actor that played Icheb was is not a decent person and has gotten himself banned from basically every convention.
How can you say that? Do you know that for a fact? I don't know.
I do know that for a fact.
Controversy, but I don't know anything about it.
And I know from people that have seen and been party to his misdeeds. His misdeeds. I'm being polite. No, he's been banned. Creation banned him a while ago, and it takes a lot for an actor to get banned from a Creation event.
Well,
and they did not ask him to reprise his role. So the Icheb that died was not the same actor.
So. No, it wasn't. But that wasn't surprising.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it was in hindsight because all the other actors showed up. You had Hugh, and you had.
Oh, Hugh was great. I loved Hugh.
Anyway, I'm 2 episodes into episode 3 of Picard, and I'm really happy.
You happy with it? I'm just sad that you didn't get a chance to watch 3. Because I would have loved to have talked to you about the 3rd episode.
Oh.
Because it's really good. There's some shades of Star Trek 2 in there that I think you'll pick up.
Well, I mean, the whole goddamn thing is trying to throw out Easter eggs. The music cues, I think the first season started in the 24th century, the way that Star Trek 2 did. There was an Easter egg, and there's 2 of them in season 2 that I like. The first one, I think, was really obvious. The guy on the bus.
With the, yep.
That was a fun spin on that. And then what was the second one? It was something. Oh, I'm from Chile. I only work in space.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, that was, those were really great. So it stands to reason that Picard that this season would throw out something, but it's I can't tell you, I don't want to spoil the 3rd episode, but there's something very, very Star Trek 2 about it that you'll notice, I'm sure. Yes, everybody's now talking about Hugh dying, and it was terrible. I wish they had not killed off Hugh, because I would have loved to have seen him come back.
I was sad seeing Icheb tortured to death, and Seven being there, and then she did the right thing by then killing everyone.
Right.
But yeah, that sucked. To spend all that time, I've seen all of Voyager, I don't know how many times, and then to jump from them getting home to the first season of Picard, and that's all you get of it. It's like, okay,
yeah.
He's in Starfleet now, and he's being tortured to death, or I guess he's just being dissected alive, which seemed completely unnecessary and horribly evil.
Right.
Also, I don't know if it's medically better if you're trying to pull shit out of someone. Isn't it better for them to not be fighting you while it's happening or something? I don't know.
Well, yeah, one would think. But I agree, Seven of Nine's character development in Picard is pretty amazing.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, there's a reason she's in all 3 seasons of Picard.
Right.
Because it's a fascinating character. It's one of the most fascinating characters ever. And Jerry Ryan is nailed it.
She's now, yeah. The character
very dynamic, and
Yeah. There's another name you should get on the show.
Jerry Ryan? Nah, we don't like Jerry.
You don't like Jerry?
Of course, we love Jerry. We'd love to have her.
So start getting on the phone again, right?
Yeah, gotta get on the phone.
But all it takes, I mean, it's Hollywood. Isn't that all about relationships? You got to know somebody who knows somebody, and then it's over there. Read.
So some of what we there's a little bit of thought that has gone into the guests that we get when we get them. like when we started the show, we knew it was an experiment. We didn't know what we were doing, and we were trying to figure out our format. So our guests were people who were, close and who were, good guests to have while we tried to figure out what we were doing.
Right.
And then we wanted to step it up a little bit to show that we were serious, to get bigger guests. And now we've kind of honed in a little more on what works and what doesn't. And I don't know, we're still a work in progress. I think we've got a lot of things we can improve on. I think that we need to segment our show better, that we should there needs to be more fan interaction stuff. Like we need to figure out how to better involve the audience, other than just sort of having a couple of fan questions and doing maybe the trivia. But yeah, I don't know. We're still trying to figure it out. And,
it's always a work in progress. Yeah.
Getting certain guests will be easier when our audience is bigger. And, I think we've taken a really big step up in since December, January, February have been really good months for our show in terms of numbers and how seriously. So Connor just got back from the cruise, and what's fun about it is the number of people on the cruise who are familiar with the show, and the number of Star Trek people, Star Trek celebrities who are.
Oh, that's great.
That's really fun.
That's like I said, I ran into somebody in a grocery store that heard of you. It's amazing. You guys are out there. Mark, who is your fave non-legacy character in Picard?
Oh, wow.
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. Shoot. Cristobal. Yeah, Rios. Captain Rios, probably, just because he smokes. He's cool. I would want to be Captain Rios. I also really like, what's his face, with the ninja sword, the Romulan kid who grew up with the nuns, and he's all assassin trained.
Oh, somebody just mentioned his name in the chats. Oh my god.
It's all I can think of is Ichib, because we've been talking about.
Yeah, because we've been talking about Ichib. Oh my god. Yeah, like his tagline was, choose to live. Oh my god.
Elnor, thank you.
Elnor. Yeah, Elnor. Thanks, Alan.
And Tiffany late on the uptake there. I guess Tiffany's only in third place when it comes to knowing Elnor.
Or maybe her computer was just laggier than Alan's. See, look, I agree with Linda. You really underestimate how good it already is.
Oh, that's really sweet, Linda. Thank you. Thank you. Where I think we're clearly doing something right with how great the fans have been to us, and the numbers that we're experiencing. It's really awesome. But we can't take that for granted. That the positive response we're getting just makes me think we have to do better. We have to do,
right. Yeah,
bigger is the wrong word,
right.
But more. Like we have to double down on caring about doing this.
Legacies are sure. Please get to K while there's still time.
Get to K? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be. I mean, you got Walter.
We're working on. Yeah, we're working.
No, Scott Bakula has not been on yet.
We're working on. Yeah.
He's on the list, of course. He's been on the list.
Kay, we're working on Shatner. We're working on Bakula. We're working on Blaylock. We're working on Park. There's just some of these names, like I said before, we had to get to a certain critical mass,
right,
for our show to be taken seriously. We're very grateful. It goes to speak to how well Connor and Dominic have carried themselves over the years, to have the respect and friendship of so many of these people who are willing to just come on and help them do this. So Obviously, Erica and I are very grateful for that, for their class and their commitment to maintaining quality relationships with these people that they've known for over 20 years now. That's not an easy thing, especially in a industry as contentious as Hollywood.
Right. But I mean, I mentioned this before. I had such a lovely conversation with Walter at the bar on the first night.
Yeah,
he's such a sweetheart.
We're with him next week. He's this week, this Thursday. He's really great.
Yeah, no, he's get Combs to appear as another actor. That's funny.
Yep, Combs come and play Shatner or something.
Oh my God, he could. I've seen him do Shatner.
Holmes does Kirk.
Yeah, Holmes does Kirk. There you go. Just get him a gold shirt.
There are I came to Los Angeles to be a producer, to be a filmmaker, and one of the things that David Foster, my mentor, taught me when I was in my very early 20s was that producers were the boss. Actors have a celebrity status, but they work for us, and only and as a producer, you're responsible for finance, for distribution, for all the talent, for the crew. There's so many other things that you're responsible for that have to work out the right way for a project to be successful, that you can't get too buried by the celebrity of the talent. And you got to remember, like, a football team is only successful when you've got an owner who can, pay all the players on the team. The players are the celebrities, but the owner holds it together. And I've been pretty good over my career at not getting starstruck, but I'm such a big Star Trek fan. Jeffrey, one of those guys, when he walked in, I was like, fucking son of a bitch.
It's Jeff. Oh my! I love Jeff. I adore Jeff. He's so much fun.
Oh, and you saw it because I did that movie Glorious with Barbara Crampton, who was in. She helped. She helped get me in touch with Jeff when I was having a hard time reaching him.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and I tried to get Jeff on my show, but he's like, I don't do it. He's like, I don't really do podcasts. I'm like, but you're doing the Shuttlepod Show. He's like, well, it's the guys. I'm like, I know.
He doesn't do podcasts.
Yeah, I know. I tried.
And my pitch to him was it's not a podcast, Jeff. It's a show.
Yeah. But I saw Jeff at Monster Mania. I think it was right after he taped the show for you guys, and we were chatting, and I'm like, you want to come on my show? He's like, no, I don't do it. I'm like, I know. I just figured I'd try because I love him. I love him so much. I met him very briefly when I worked my first Star Trek convention, and then he came to Jersey for Monster Mania, and we chatted very briefly, and I told him, I said something about the Rat Pack, and he sang the Zindi song to me at his table. Yeah, because I had Reanimator on DVD, and I brought it with me, but Jeff at Monster Mania had 2 tables worth of stuff to sign, obviously, because his 8x10s could go on forever with all the roles he's played. And so he had one of Shran, so I picked it up. I'm like, screw the Reanimator, I want Shran. So we started chatting, and I said, yeah, I talked to you a little bit. And so he signed it to my favorite pink skin, and then I said something about the Rat Pack, and he sang Zindi to me, and I was like, that's it. That's it. I'm in love. You're amazing.
Bait for Vaughn Armstrong?
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, did I miss something in the chats? Or did you just...
that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, what did I miss?
Jailbait? What did I miss?
Yeah, we're missing some stuff. Fans over here from writers and producers. Yes, we want to have writers and producers on.
Koenig Mensch. Can we talk about how great Mark's headshot is on IMDb? I have not looked Mark up on IMDb, so now I guess I have to.
Oh, that's all those pictures of me are terrible.
You are. How old is your daughter, 7, that you watched Reanimator with her? Oh my God. I mean, it's a great movie, but No, I'm.
Oh yeah, JR. Yeah. Producers are JR Poole. This is for JR. Producers are the owners of the football team, and the stars of the movie are like the players on the football team.
Oh yeah, there you go. That makes sense.
Reanimator.
Reanimator's
Oh,
awesome.
742. 7, I see you around. Ever since you showed up on Patreon, you've been everywhere. It's really nice to see you. We're glad to have you. I like those of you who are around a lot. It's really fun because it feels like, we're getting in. I like getting to know people.
Yeah, and I love that you guys I mean, I broke whatever barrier it is so that YouTube gave me my own vanity URL now instead of the gobbledygook URL.
Oh, do you? You have the NX706 podcast?
Yeah, I finally got at the NX7062 as my URL. That just happened the other day, and I'm like, what is this? Oh my god, I've got the URL. I'm so excited. It's because I broke 100 followers because I'm up to like 127.
Ooh.
I know. I'm small but mighty.
Way more than that. We got to get you more than that.
Well, I know. So get on that. You offered.
I just like to talk about Star Trek, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's all I do. I love sitting around and just, I like the free flowing, like whatever potluck ones, because I mean, even when I have a topic, when do I ever stay on topic? That's like my thing, is going off topic.
No, Annika, it's Annika, right? Yeah, that's really funny. I appreciate that you said that. That made me laugh. I think that might get you moderators spanked on Sundays during our show, but I don't care.
We can be lenient sometimes. It depends.
Mark, is your best crackpot theory about Star Trek?
Oh, that's a good question.
Annika,
like as in 7 of 9. Annika.
Oh, great! Then hopefully we won't in an alternate universe again.
Oh yeah. YouTube doesn't flag much, and this is actually tagged as not suitable for children, so YouTube probably won't. But I can flag it.
Alan, what do you mean? Mark? What is your best crackpot theory about Star Trek?
Do you have one?
Didn't I just tell you some crackpot theory I had about Star Trek today?
What kind of theory?
Well, my crackpot theory about Star Trek.
I don't think you did.
Oh, well, today we were talking about Women's History Day.
Right.
Which is on Wednesday. And about what we're going to do to commemorate. Commiserate or commemorate?
Commemorate.
Commemorate.
This is Chachki. She almost never comes out for anything. So I just want to... Hi, Chachk. Say hi. All right, so what's your crackpot theory? Now she's going to go run away.
First, I don't know. I don't know that I got a crackpot theory so much as going to the center of the galaxy in Star Trek V was dumb. Going to the edge of the universe or the edge of the galaxy in the pilot or one of the earliest episodes of the original series was like, okay.
What, the original pilot where no man has gone before? The second pilot where no man has gone before?
Weird sort of lore breaking thing.
Yeah, it was the second pilot, but it was the third episode aired.
Yeah. I'm just watching Hanukkah's. I'm gonna call you Hanukkah from now on, Hanukkah.
You know, that's my middle Hebrew name is Hanukkah.
Crackpot theory about Star Trek. I don't know. I thought, honestly, that season 2 Picard was going to try to explain why there were frozen Borg on the North Pole from Enterprise season.
I liked that episode.
I thought that they were going to do that, and I was a little surprised that they didn't. Just because it became obvious that they were trying to fill backstory holes.
Yeah, but it was still. I like that one. Annika, I will tell Chachki, thank you. And really,
I don't know, Alan. I don't know. I think that's more of a conversation. We'd have to talk a little more about what you're thinking. I don't have like anything. I don't have a crackpot theory like Star Trek is real. But that's a good one. It is real.
It is real. No, I liked Regeneration. I thought that was a great episode because it was filling a hole, but I kind of liked it because I've always called First Contact the prequel to Enterprise. It was crashed once from First Contact. Do we need more? No, Tiffany, we do not. Exactly. We do not need more of an explanation. First Contact was the prequel to Enterprise, and no, we do not need we don't need more of an explanation than that. And Bonnie was in it. So, which is the reason why I invited Bonnie to be on my show. And if John Billingsley would return my stupid email, then I'd get Bonnie on the show. I have to follow up on that because Bonnie said she'd come on the show. I would love to interview her.
Bonnie is a fantastic human being.
Did I tell you I ran into her in the parking lot when I moved my car? Like, not literally, but when I parked my car, I looked over in the
Did you purposely hit her so that
I would never.
Oh, gee, let me get your number.
No, I didn't, but I pulled into the space next to her, and I realized she was sitting in the car, so we chatted, and we walked in together at the live event. She has a Nerd Herd jacket from Chuck. Did you ever watch Chuck? That's where I know her from. The TV show Chuck.
Yeah, I know Chuck.
Okay, well, remember Chuck worked for the Nerd Herd, which was like their version of the Geek Squad?
Robbie McNeil produced Chuck, right?
I think so, yeah. But the Nerd Herd was their version of the Geek Squad, and Bonnie had a Nerd Herd jacket that they gave her as a gift in the back of her car, and I thought it was the coolest thing. Because I said, they should have given you one of the cars.
The Odd Couple. Did everyone see it either on Patreon or in person? Is there anyone here not on our Patreon?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know.
Who here is not on our Patreon?
If you're not, you should be, because then you can watch The Odd Couple.
When your channel is bigger, guests will make themselves available. That's correct, Hanukkah. The Odd Couple was great, right?
The Odd Couple was awesome, yeah.
Yeah, so we want to do more of that. We're excited to start planning next year's shindig, and we're excited to do some live episodes where we just have a guest in a live audience. You guys should do it every year.
Next year, you should randomize parts.
I think next year, there's another Neil Simon play called Rumors that I'm going to reread. I was involved in a production of it when I was in college, and it's my favorite comedy. I haven't read it or seen it performed in 23 years, but I'm going to take a look at it and see if it's fitting for Star Trek actors to do.
Well, and hopefully next year you'll get JB and Anthony.
Annika, why are you not on Patreon? You're always around.
Rod Roddenberry is a distinct possibility, 7. For the show, for the Shuttlepod Show, I think.
Oh, yeah, we would love to have Rod on.
Yeah, we'll talk after, Mark. I've talked to you about this before. Show, didn't he? He did. And I'm more than happy to put you in touch with him.
Yeah, you're a trailblazer. We're just...
you're following my ideas. I told you I could get you Eric Pierpoint too. Did you listen to my Eric Pierpoint interview? No. Yeah, that's what I did. I wasn't here last week. I had something to do, so I had an old audio interview with Eric.
That's what we could talk about. Travis, thanks for saying that our Patreon is cool. Do you know of good Robert O'Reilly episodes? Is the text that I just got.
From who?
Funny. I love my life.
What about Bob O'Reilly's amazing?
Patreon. Most of you, I think, are Patreon members. So now that our numbers are growing, and now that we actually understand what's going on, and the live event is out of the way, we're looking at our Patreon, and we're going to retool the whole thing so that it works better, so that people are actually getting value out of it. What do people not care about? What do they care about? What should we spend our time on? What should we not spend our time on? So we're retooling it. And there's going to be a lot of communication with you guys about what we're doing and why, and we're going to have questions for you about what's important and what's not. So anyone who's a Patreon member, try to pay attention to what's happening on Patreon, because we're trying to retool it so that it's more engaging and so that there's more interaction with the show as a whole. Like we've already started the process of personally calling whenever we're together to shoot an episode, of calling our top tier Patreon members and just working down the list at home. So I think some of you have already experienced that. Nancy got a call from us because Nancy's keeping Wash alive.
I never get calls. No.
Oh, yes, you do. Oh yeah, Seven. I'm glad you like the behind the scenes stills. Those are one, they're really fun. It's a good perk, and it's something that doesn't, take like 4 days of 3 people working all day to do. So
Right. And
that's a great
yep.
perk. Yeah.
And speaking of Patreon perks, and I mentioned this yesterday, Mark, I don't think you were on the show yet, but it bears repeating because I have a bigger audience tonight than I did yesterday. Patreon stuff is for patrons. Please respect that and don't share it outside of Patreon, because that's just not fair.
Yeah, that has come up. At first I didn't think anything of it, where I would see, so we would post like behind the scenes photos for our Patreon members, and then they would start showing up on the internet. And at first I thought, well, that's a good thing, right? People are sharing our stuff. But then it was brought to my attention that there are Patreon members who are paying to be patrons for that access, and that's also correct. So
just be respectful.
Yes.
Yeah, we had I don't know.
It's all new to us, and we're trying to figure out, like,
we actually had that conversation yesterday, Mark, and I don't know how much of it you saw, but we're talking about how you can't even like lock it down, because people will always find a way around it to download it still. So just don't do it.
We're having so much trouble with trying to get the Patreon exclusive extended versions of our episodes exclusively available and housed on Patreon that we've started the process of just putting them all on Vimeo, and we're going to make a Vimeo link available to all of our Patreon members, and we're just going to honor system the code. I think is the only way to do it. We can't keep it on YouTube because it's mucking up.
Was that you? That ding?
Yeah, I'm getting texts from Connor.
Oh, hi, Connor. Welcome home. Everybody say welcome home, Connor. You can tell him the whole chat pack 2.0 said welcome home.
Quark is involved. No, he's not involved with a Vulcan wedding. He's involved with a Klingon wedding, right?
Yeah, see, look, everybody's saying hi to Connor. Yeah, he was involved with Worf's wedding to Jadzia. I don't know anything about a Vulcan wedding. He'd probably appreciate a Betazoid wedding, though, because everybody's naked, and the whole Ferengi naked women thing. Yeah, and then Connor's going to be like, what the hell's Chat Pack 2.0? Be able to help, maybe they have.
Sorry, guys, I'm not going to be rude.
Tiffany, that's not a bad suggestion. Maybe we could ask other people that have more Patreon experience. I could probably talk to people at the Seventh Rule. I don't know. I haven't looked at the Seventh Rule's Patreon page in a while. I'll have to look.
Yeah, and yes, also, Tiffany, that's a great suggestion. I spoke with Garrett on just before the cruise on like a week ago. He's we're working on a plan now with the Delta Flyers.
Yay!
So we're trying to think of something fun. We obviously want to have Garrett on as a guest. We want to have
Robbie
on as a guest. But we're also thinking, because of how great the Delta Flyers is, that there must be some more fun that we can have. With
right.
Some,
Right, and like we've always said, it's always about the community, and there's no competition here. It's just the community.
Oh, it's community. And so, like, this is also a question, by the way, speaking of our Patreon, the question comes up about what it is that we're doing, what we're Patreon became a thing because we realized just how much resources were required to make this show happen. It is not free by any stretch of the imagination. And in fact, it is so not free that it would, put any one of us on the street in a relative short amount of time if we can't find a way to make it financially self-sustaining. So Patreon started from that. And then the question became, what are we selling? And I think that my answer is we're not selling our show because, I don't know that we live in a world anymore where people are willing to pay for a show. Anyway, when we're trying to sort of hone in on what are we doing, how do we grow our community, and it's sort of like, I think what we're selling is a community, because what I'm getting out of this experience is finally meeting my people. I've been a Star Trek fan my whole life, and to finally feel like I've got people, like you said this the other day. This is my tribe. And the response from the community that's been growing around our show is so overwhelming emotionally for me that I think what we're selling is a community. And just like your neighborhood, like your town or your village or your county or your state or your nation, like you participate in your community to help build it the way that you want it. That's, to me, I think that's the way that this show will survive, is if we focus on the community. And that's where all the reward so far for me has come. We talked earlier about the live event. The thing I got the most out of the live event were the people that we met that we'll never forget, and the people that we now count as friends and who we hope will be around for a long time.
There you go.
Community, it's really touching.
War Dog had a suggestion. If you can get to the VC panel, there you go. You might not even have to reach out to them if you just watch the panel from Virtual TrekCon.
Oh, yeah.
I still have to find your panel for Virtual TrekCon because I was actually at Gallifrey 1 when it happened, so I didn't get a chance to see it. I still need to find that.
Linda, thank you. That's a sweet thing to say. I didn't become a Patreon member for the perks. I did it to support the show, the creators.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what it's about. It's about supporting the creators and making sure that your vision has legs and can come to life.
I think Michelle, JR, I think Michelle is, I think she's just a genuinely awesome person. And I don't think that, well, now that I've won the awards, I'm not going to be on your show as a thing. I think
her,
that
yeah.
For her, maybe for her reps.
The reps are the rep. You know what? I was just having this conversation with Stephanie. The name of the person that actually runs Trek Long Island's name is Stephanie as well, but she spells it wrong because she spells it with an F. Don't tell her I said that. But yeah, it's the reps. She says the actors are incredible. She said, but this is her first convention and she's having challenges booking people, and it's not the actors, it's the reps.
It's the reps. The reps are always like, it's their job to murder deals. They kill deals like they're in fucking ninja school. It's really horrible. Them and lawyers. Yeah. Lawyers can. For any of the lawyers in the audience right now, please accept my apologies. I love you and I hate you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I totally get that. Yeah, I mean, Stephanie was coming to me for advice because this rep was asking for something that just wasn't a thing. She was like, she was confused. She's like, do reps usually ask for this
Yes.
and that? And I went, no, it's not a this and that. It's, we were talking about
Ask
it.
for whatever they're in the mood for that day to see if
Yeah, exactly. And it just surprised me because this rep should have known better than for what they asked for. But they were, of course, probably trying to take advantage of the fact that she was new. But you know what? She was new, but she knew she had people she could trust to ask the question. And I'm like, yeah. So she's like, I'm going to do this. I said, yeah, do that. But we got into this conversation, and she's like, you know what? If this rep screws it up for this actor, I've got another actor that's willing to do it and not give me these headaches. So there's always that. That's what the reps don't seem to understand. It's like, yeah, I get it. You need to go to bat for your client, but at some point, somebody's going to be like, you know what? There's somebody else right next to you that's willing to do it and work with me.
Well, and the hard thing about life, right, is you need to nurture champions. I mean, the guys have talked about, Connor and Erica and Dominic have talked about this on the show, especially when talking to Berman, Tim Russ brought it up most recently, I think, about how Rick Berman was his champion. He's on Star Trek. He got that role because Rick Berman thought he was great. Same thing with Dominic.
Yep, the picture sitting on the desk.
Yeah, so like you want to do something successful, you have to build confidence in people and turn them into your champions.
Right.
Place them strategically in the world to, nurture those relationships with the people that you're going to need down the road, because they also, reps need, and this goes back to what we were talking about earlier with my mentor David. Reps need us. They need content creators, or their clients don't have jobs.
Right.
Now, sometimes there's an abundance of jobs. I just heard that Russell Crowe has 200 standing feature offers right now, and he's only considering 4. And there's all kinds of reasons for that. But sometimes it's, you can say no to everything because there's another $10 million offer right behind it.
Right, but that's the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, and they were talking about it. Sign your contract and accept our offer, because if you don't, there's 100 actors behind you who will gladly take the part for this money and this schedule. They talk about that a lot. And that's why the unions are around. And,
right. Well,
but they do, when you create quality content, and I think you create quality content by really caring about what you're doing, everyone comes around to it, I think.
Producer Discovery, or like, we have
Slackbottle, it's really nice of you to say. Annika, how do I feel about Trekkies and Trekkies 2? I know there's some controversy around it, but I think I believe Denise when she was saying that she was fascinated by the super fans and wanted to hear their stories. I know that there's some people going, that who believe that it was making fun of Star Trek fans, and I have a hard time believing that.
Yeah, I think Denise only comes from a place of sincerity.
It comes from letting these people tell their stories, because they're fascinating people. And Star Trek has really changed a lot of people. If you're asking, did I like them? Yeah, I mean,
Exactly. It's a love letter to Trek fans and the culture. Yeah, Denise. Yeah, I mean, I heard Denise talk about it on your show, but I've met Denise, and I've had a couple conversations with her, and she impresses me as just an incredibly down-to-earth, sincere person, and that project was nothing more than her desire to hear the stories.
Shuttlepod is a party for Enterprise fans. Fuck yeah, Travis. Your party. Woo!
Woohoo, party! And this is the after party for the Enterprise fans, in case you guys didn't know.
Patreon is worth it. Thank you, Nancy. A huge fan of Enterprise. Don't kill me. I love Shuttlepod Show. Oh, that's awesome, Seven.
Yeah, but has it got...
I think there's another thing that surprises me about this community, because this is my first time really engaging in the Trek fan community, is the amount of shitting on different Star Treks.
Yeah.
It surprised, and I don't know why it surprised me, but it did. And it really makes me sad. I love all Star Trek. Even the bad Star Trek, I love it.
Well, I I've posted this a couple. I actually blocked somebody from my Facebook page because I shared the news about Discovery's season being the last season, and I said it hasn't been.
And there's people partying about it. It's
yeah, well, this person who, by the way, I realized isn't even following my show, just jumps in and comments on weird stuff. He said,
waste of time.
Yeah, he was like, he said, R.I.P. STD, nobody's favorite Star Trek. And I went after him. I said, first of all, the only people that call it, first of all, it's disco. The only people that call it STD are being disrespectful. So
great
told,
start.
yeah. So I told him off, and then after he deleted the comment, I went back in and I blocked him from the show because I'm like, you know what? That's the second time he's done something that's pissed me off, and it's my damn page. And you don't get. I don't care, and I said this in my reply. I don't expect everybody to like everything about Star Trek, but you don't need to be rude about it, and you don't need to be disrespectful about it. I don't like Voyager, but I'm never rude or disrespectful about it.
Deal murderers. Travis, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I'm a bit cold-blooded, I guess. I do Patreons in exchange for benefits. Oh, I see what you're saying. Are you getting the benefits you want from Shuttlepod Show?
I went in and started reviewing your Patreon. You are very generous with the perks. I like the perks, but we'll talk about the perks too.
Sort of seen you in one before. We're talking about this. Oh, they're having a different.
Yeah, it's so hard being. Yeah, Voyager's my favorite. My name 7 comes from 7 of 9, but I don't mind if others hate it. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. I like some of the characters. I think 7 of 9 was a great character. I think the Doctor the Doctor's journey was really interesting. It doesn't resonate with me the way other Trek does. So Voyager is kind of on the bottom of my list.
Well, I want a bumper sticker now that says "Keep Star Trek Weird."
So make one. Hello, you've got a store.
Nerd Party is the best party. Is weird. Yeah.
Oh, that was Tiff.
Nobody hates Star Trek like Star Trek fans all. Oh my God.
Yeah, look, Shuttlepod Underpro.
Oh,
I know,
my pain and my broken heart.
I don't understand the gatekeepers of Trek. Yeah, exactly. I've been a fan.
No bloody A, it's B, C, or D.
Somebody asked me that about my page. They're like, is it NX7062 or NX7062A? I'm like,
I know what it is.
It's the original ship, baby, so it's still NX7062.
To figure that one out.
We're Starfleet. We're just part of the job. There you go.
Patreon makes you feel like I'm a part of some crew. It is good. I'm really glad to hear that, JR, because that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're really trying to make it a community portal. Like we're all doing stuff. You know, like for example, it's Women's History on Wednesday, and one of the things that I wanted to post on Patreon and across our other social media platforms is anyone who wants to help us celebrate, women's history, we should take a look at our episodes and find the best moments from some of our awesome women guests and host, whether it's Erica or Nana or Denise or Julianne Christie or, any great moment, or Nicole DeBoer, any great moments that we have that should be spotlighted or we can turn into a clip.
Kelly's the clip girl. We should set Kelly loose on your stuff. Kelly made that anniversary that anniversary thing that Kelly did. That anniversary video was amazing. The one with the captions.
Oh yes, I liked it.
You looked frozen for a second.
Oh, I was reading. I was trying to see if I was caught up with the comments, the chat.
Yep, we're a big family here. Chat pack. That's right, Dave. Big family. Chat pack.
Kelly does. Good. She does. Kelly has saved the day a number of times.
Yes, Kelly does do everything. She does. So I will be like, Kelly, we need a Women's History Month thing. Go. See what happens. But yeah, I mean, you've had some pretty amazing female guests on. So, and I mean, Nana alone just has such an amazing history. Mark, it is 11:41 here. You are not allowed to be yawning because it's only, what, 20:09 for you?
Oh, you know, I never sleep.
No, I know. So why are you yawning? Who are you texting? If it's not Connor, then you have to be paying attention. All right, so does anybody else have anything Trek related? Not that I have to get up in the morning. So
I don't have to get up in the morning. I have to get drunk now.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny. I was coming home and I'm like, I could drink tonight. And I'm like, oh, no, crap, I got my show. I guess I can't. I'm gonna be good. Maybe I'll get drunk tomorrow night because I won't have anything to wake up for on Wednesday either. But like I said, it just gives me more time to help out the Shuttlepod Show and find things to do.
Well, unless anyone has anything they want to talk about, I should probably get going. I have a movie to finish writing. And
oh, yes, you do.
To finish reorganizing and a website to finish updating.
Oh, yeah. All that fun stuff. We'll talk.
I owe Wash Gang volunteers from the live event some stuff.
There's stuff?
Yeah, we've got cosplay certificates to send out, and I think I have something to mail to Kelly and something to mail.
All right. Well, Kelly's not watching. She's under the weather right now. I was like, are you awake? And she writes back, and she goes, "Are you okay?" I'm like, my show's on. But yeah.
What's the best drinking scene in Enterprise other than Shuttlepod 1?
When they're at the 602 Club.
No. Oh, when they get into the fight?
The fight was good.
Archer and dude from Dexter get into that fight.
Carradine. It was Keith Carradine. That actor I know. That was a good one, yeah. I actually have a 602 shirt. I keep forgetting to wear it. I have a 602 Club shirt. I got off the StarTrek.com.
Haha, Tiffany, I beat you again.
You just, yeah, huh? Uh-huh. All right, well, before this turns into another trivia throwdown.
Thanks for the reminder. Oh, yeah. We should do a one question trivia for.
Oh, well, you can, yeah, totally. Do it here.
Next time, maybe.
Do it here, because, you know, it is the after party. All right, guys. Well, it looks like we're wrapping everything up. Thanks for coming to Star Trek Potluck. This is it. Thank you, Mark and Erica, for visiting with us.
A lot of Star Trek. I was all jazzed to go on and on and on about Q.
You got some Q in, but you know nothing ever stays on topic here. So come on. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. As always, you can find me all over the socials at NX7062. That's also where you can find me on Patreon. You can also find the Shuttlepod Show on Patreon. We both all have $5 tiers. So for just $5 a month, for $10 a month, you could support the party and the after party. Just think about it. You can find us both on Patreon and all this other stuff. And you know what? We're all going to talk again. Oh, thanks, Dave. We're going to talk again next week. I'll think of something fun to talk about, and you'll hear about it and all that other stuff. And I'm really winding down because my brain is going off in 12 different directions. So I think all I'm going to say right now is good night. See y'all Sunday and live long and prosper.
This is Connor Turner. You've been listening to the NX7062 podcast.